Now, what I'd like to do is show you how I make screencasts for my class. Basically, for every lecture, I create one of these so my students can rewatch me at home and put me on pause and shut me up and slow me down because I can talk pretty quickly. Now, I'm actually using the smartboard technology that I'll be using at my new school, and so this is a notebook, and I'm using SOM. The first thing I do is I create a file like this, and to create that file, I go through and I put the problems. Now, you know as well as I do, math problems can be a real challenge to write out. So suppose I go to the Calc College Board and I want to work through 2011, problem 1. I will come and do what's called a screen capture. Now the screen capture has a little camera right there. And now I'm going to come back through and it brings this up capture, and I want to do point by point, or excuse me, I want to do an area. Now all I'm going to do is borrow this area right here, and it will automatically put it on my notebook page, and I can move it, I can resize it, I can do whatever I need to. For the next page, what I want to do is I want to be able to break this up, and I want to be able to do each part separately. So I will put part A on one page, and then I will put part B on the second, put part C, I've already done this a couple times, C on the third, etc. And you see this will give me plenty of space to do my calculations. And then the final page is always the solutions as given by the AP board. Now you see I've gotten these out of order. What do you do if that happens? You can simply drag one and pull it on down. It's pretty easy to work with. Now when I do my videos, I do a stream of consciousness so my kids see what I'm thinking and how I'm thinking and why I'm thinking it. I'm going to go in and resize this. And I do have a stylus and a something to write on there, but it doesn't work with my Mac, so we're going to have to do this with a mouse. The first thing I have them do is I read the problem to them. I won't do that to you. And I make them circle or underline everything in the problem. These are their givens because I do use a system called GUESS, givens, unknown, equations, solve, solutions. So I have them write down all their givens, and these are my initial values. I can change my pen color if I want, which is kind of cool. So for my givens, x prime, and I'm just going to use prime because this mouse is a pain, is 4t plus 1. And y prime is sine squared t, or excuse me, sine of t squared. All right. Now this is a givens, this is my equations, and now I also want to write down, this is a givens, and so I want to write down my initial values. So at t equals 0, I know that I have the point 0, -4, and I'm going to abbreviate that here. Now, I've written down all my givens. What am I looking for? The unknown is speed, so I'm going to write speed down. Okay, and I know the speed is equal to, here's the equation. This is the square root of x prime squared plus y prime squared. So I need to come up here now and compute x prime at 3 and y prime at 3. So I would come over here on this side, and I'm actually going to do this in a different color. X prime at 3 is 4 times 3 plus 1, or 13. And y prime at 3 is sine, ooh, yeah, this is hard to do, sine of 3 squared, which is 9, and I just have them leave it like that, so we have an exact solution. So I come back, so the speed is going to be the square root of 13 squared plus sine squared of 9, which is, when you do the calculation, I do have them put the actual numbers in, 13.00653, but we're going to stop there. So you can see I would run out of room if I did the entire problem on one page, which is a value of breaking it up into different pages for different parts.